This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm really excited to share this build with you guys because this is my first one using the new Sims 4 Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack, which comes out tomorrow. So, thank you to EA for providing early access, and let's get into this build. I really wanted to mess around with some of the new items since we didn't get a lot that would go on the exterior of a home. I thought it would be fun to mess around with this new shelf and make a feature in the front of a tiny home. And of course, we're building a tiny home today because that's my favorite thing to do. And I feel like it's kind of a tradition here now. Whenever a new pack comes out, I'm like, how do I make it work for a tiny house? So that's what we're doing. I played around with a ton of different colors on the outside, but we ended up settling on a light brown and sort of a minty bluish green, but it switches a bit. Quite a bit. I just wanted to try every swatch at the door and a bunch of different swatches of various wallpapers to see what I could get to blend in, but I think we figured it out in the end. So right now I'm trying to make these vines make a little bit more sense because they're sort of floating up top. So I combined a few different wall decoration pieces from Eco Lifestyle together, and now I'm creating a outdoor space, which I'm going to fill in with all kinds of stuff later, including a rocking chair for your Sims to hang out in and do some knitting. I imagine this house was like the dream crafter tiny house. Basically, it could be for anyone that's into any sort of crafting. And one thing I should have added, and I don't know why I didn't, is there is an item from Parenthood that's like a bucket with like paint or glue and paper and stuff. That would have been perfect for in here, but I'm just thinking of that now that I'm doing this voiceover. But that little llama planter outside is so cute, and the hanging plants, I am obsessed. Also, I will note that giant leaf I have on the side of the house, I kind of like it, but I wasn't sure about it and I ended up deleting it way later. I'm not even sure if I did that on camera or not, but out here I sized up another one of these shelves to put in the mailbox and the trash can in, so it has a little bit of cover. I imagined a knit mailbox would get really gross in the rain. Obviously, it's The Sims. That's probably not going to be the case. It would be fine, but logically, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I also wanted to have an outdoor workspace because I was building a tiny home. I wanted to make sure we were utilizing the outdoor space. So I used this awning from Get Together and made a covered area. So I quite liked how that came out, and of course using plenty of Show Live Edit objects to get some greenery in here, and yeah, that's pretty much what that is. I have some bushes around the side, and I end up adding some more trees, but we're working on the floor plan now, trying to figure out how much space I need so that I have a dedicated area for crafting and some of the new items that came with this pack, as well as still having a place to sleep, a place to cook, and a place to go to the bathroom. So I did sacrifice having an indoor table to eat at, but you could definitely eat outside, or you could eat at the desk, because there is a desk in here, because one of the new items is actually a desk and end table that kind of clip together to make this massive crafting space, which I of course wanted to include. So we're going to be adding that over here right now. I changed the color of this and pretty much everything in this room way too many times. I think I kept that in. I was just incredibly indecisive on what I wanted it to look like, and while most of the items have swatches that go together, some of them didn't feel like they matched the way I wanted them to, so I was a little bit disappointed on that. I wasn't actually a huge fan of the swatches, particularly on the couch that came in this pack. I think the black swatch is fine, the white swatch is fine, but a lot of the other ones ended up having colors in them that they didn't quite work with what I was going for. Maybe in a different context I'd like them. I really love the shape of them, the style, I love the pillows. It's times like these I wish we had a color wheel. That's not going to happen, but it's definitely times like these that I think of that. I made sure to add 2 knitting baskets because I don't think the one I raised up on the couch is going to be usable because it's raised up, but there's one on the floor as well. Plus I wanted to, of course, include both because they're really pretty. And, you know, adding poofs and hanging plants and one of those shelves in the kitchen. And so these stuffed animals, they are so cute. I love the penguin and the octopi, or the octopus. He is my favorite because I have that octopus in real life in yellow, and I just love him. He's usually in my office. So anyway, I thought that tiny living and laundry day stuff worked really well with this, and obviously a little bit Moschino as well because I'm using the windows from that. But this table is from Tiny Living, and then that circular rug is from Laundry Day. I loved combining those colors. I thought it was a bit of fun. So the rugs, I believe, stay those colors, but I think I changed the couch probably 3 or 4 more times. It goes through every color you can imagine, basically every swatch of it. I'm like, what about this one? I think I land on the beige one though, which is kind of boring, but there's a lot of other colors going on in here, but I guess we'll see. Because I liked the dark blue, but I felt like it blended in too much, and then this one felt like it clashed with everything. But I also really like that swatch. I don't know. I had some struggles with the color scheme in here. I guess I'm not too used to playing around with pastels so much because that's not really my style. But this is that workspace I had mentioned. I made sure to add a laptop over here. There's also a digitalistic sketch pad. So you can do all the artsy craftsy things you'd like to, and also have a productive workspace when you need it for other types of work. And I also end up later on when we're back outside adding an easel, so there is that sort of arts and crafts as well. I just love building these types of homes or apartments. Artist type homes are one of my favorites. I went to art school and I studied graphic design, and I work as a graphic designer in real life, so these have like a special place in my heart. So of course I'm pretty excited to be having this pack. I've been wanting something like this for a while, so it was really interesting that knitting won the vote. I feel like just the things we've voted for are laundry and knitting, which seems kind of boring, but at the same time I feel like they came out really fun. We got to pick literally every item in the pack, and while there's like minor disappointments, it is something that we did vote on. I will say I do miss the excitement of getting a pack and not knowing what's going to be in it, so that'll be interesting for future packs, but I'm pretty happy with these items. I think they're really cute. They add some personality. They match really well with some existing swatches that we have from other packs, even if I was having some struggles with the couch in this build. And I don't know. I just thought this is a really fun build. I spent way too long on it adding all of these items. I also have that turtle, or like a similar turtle. I don't know why I just own all of the niftable things, the knitting things from this pack. I seem to just I own a lot of things like that. I go to too many conventions and buy too many cute stuffed animals. It's a problem. But anyway, I'm adding some flowers on the table. I tried a couple different ones, but I ended with these base game ones. And then in the kitchen, I do end up changing the counters to white instead of gray, and that shelf to have a blue backing to it. And then we're moving on into the bathroom. I kept it pretty simple in here with subway tiles. I believe I add, or actually change the color of the tiles on 2 of the walls to be the more bluey green swatch to add a little bit more color in here, because we were using so many vibrant colors, especially a swatch like that on the exterior and the interior. I wanted to bring some of that into the bathroom, as well as a little bit of clutter, which is why I added that mirror that has like the sticky notes and pictures and stuff on it. Like maybe you're getting some of your best ideas when you're in the bathroom. I have no idea. That's quite possible. So I made sure to add that, and I believe we're going to be adding a hanging plant as well. I love the hanging plants from this pack. They actually came in a decent amount of swatches, and then they come in all 3 wall heights, which is so cool. But we're outside now, and I'm adding that easel I had mentioned before. I also added a picnic table. This is from the holiday pack. So I just placed that over there so there is a place to eat. I wanted something that wasn't too stylized and had space for people to sit down and enjoy a meal together. I don't think I added a barbecue to this house, but that's something you could probably add if you want to have some outdoor cookouts and stuff. I think that could be fun. But there is that rocking chair, some knitting supplies. I also added these hanging plants are from Tiny Living. I just thought they looked nice here, and I struggled to place them properly, so they're a little off. I also swapped out the books in the kitchen for the ones from Tiny Living, and then I believe we are just adding some more decorations out here, like these beautiful planters from Eco Lifestyle. Anyway, I really hope you guys like how this build came out. If you do and you're interested in downloading it, I will have it on the Sims 4 gallery starting tomorrow once this game is out worldwide. And it will be able to be found under my origin ID, which is Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag MsGryphi and probably whatever the title of this video is as well. But I will have all of that linked down below. Also, it comes in at around 35,000 simoleons, and I placed this on a 20 by 15 lot in Newcrest called Oak Alcove, if you were wondering where it was placed. But we're just finishing up some landscaping here. I messed around with this for a while because I wanted it to have more structured spaces of greenery, but I also wanted a little bit of overflow, and I tried to have a happy medium there. Hopefully you like how that came out. I love this tree from Island Living that I placed in the front. It's just so pretty. It doesn't add a bunch of color, but it adds the white flowers, and I just really liked that. And then I made the accent piece that I used, that shelf in the front of the build, be an area for plants to grow in. I quite enjoyed that as well. But just working on the back, and then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.